I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory laid up in the headlights, it's got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life track.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Happy Labor Day and welcome once again to my home. I want to thank you all for continuing to follow me, and thank you so much for the comments that you did leave behind. Everything's been really good. I've gotten a lot of good feedback, and so we're going to continue today and do something a little bit different. So on my Wichita fully loaded smoker, the firebox portion comes with a grill grate to where I can actually grill meats as well. And today what we're going to do is a churrasco brasileiro. And what that means is we're basically going to grill at a very high temperature meat. And today's meat we're going to use is picanha. And I'm going to kind of put a brief description down below. If you hit the more underneath the video or show more, you're going to see basically what picanha is and how I season it. Brazilians only season their picanha with salt. The very coarse salt, you sprinkle it on top of it and then you cook it on an open flame, usually a espetinho, which is like a long sword. I have some of those, but my Wichita won't facilitate that. And then you would just simply shave off slices of meat as you're going to serve it to people, and then kind of as you go through the middle of it, you put it back on for a few more minutes and then serve again. But again, we're going to do it a different way, and it's going to be on the grill, and that way you can do that at home as well. We are also going to do chicken wings, and then we're also going to grill linguica toscana, and all of these things were purchased at the Whining Butcher here in Ashburn, Virginia. My friend Dave was there, and I looked him up. I said, look, you know, I want to do a churrasco brasileiro, and so this is one of the butchers in the area. So if you're in Loudoun County, Virginia, or Northern Virginia, please go see the Whining Butcher in Ashburn, Virginia. They do amazing cuts of meat, all kinds of tri-tips and steaks and briskets, salmon, tuna. They have dry aged beef. They got desserts. They even have a restaurant portion inside. I know when I go with my kids sometimes and we just want to spend a few minutes and talk to the butcher, we go there and we have, you know, sandwiches. They have gyros. They have, you know, brick oven pizza. They also do some of their own barbecuing there as well. So my friends there always do me right, and so I got some really good cuts of picanha. One of the only places in Northern Virginia that you can get picanha. So if you're here and you're watching this, give them a holler. Say, hey, you know, old Red sent me and he says that you can cut me up some picanha. They'll do that for you, trust me. To me it's better than filet mignon because of the flavor and what you get out of it, and you only use salt. Let's do a quick cheers. I'm drinking today Master of Oranges from a local brewery called Aslin, one of the best in Virginia. It's a very small brewery, but they put out some of the most amazing things. So here's the can, and Master of Oranges. It's a very danky, fruity and hazy drink, and it's just a double IPA. I believe it is 8.4 ABV. Seems to be my go-to ABV right there. I like that. And it's just delicious. It tastes just like oranges, and it's got a nice kick to it. So cheers to y'all. Cheers to watching. I'm going to run you through starting the fire. Then I'm going to take you upstairs. We're going to prep the meat. I'm going to show you how to prep the meat, and then we're going to get ready to rock and roll. So happy Labor Day, y'all. Let's get to cooking, and I hope y'all are there at home doing the same thing. And when you do replicate these different recipes that I put down there, please let me know how that turns out. I'm really excited to hear how you all are turning out the same kinds of things. So We'll talk to y'all soon. Cheers. Delicious.
That's right, I'm hitting easy street on mud tires. Back in the day, Potts Farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road. Jump the barbed wire, spread the word. Light the bonfire and call the girls. King and the can and the Marlboro man. Jack and Jim were a few good men where you learn how to kiss and cuss and fight too. Better watch out for the boys in blue. In all this small town, he said, she said. Ain't it funny how rumors spread like I know something, y'all.
Hello, people are kids. Hi, I'm new kids. And today we're going to do a barbecue. And we're going to do picanha chicken wings. It'll take 15 minutes for both. The picanha will be 5 minutes and the chicken wings will be 10 minutes. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, YouTube, and as promised, we've got the charcoal going downstairs, getting it all heated up, getting us ready to get fired up on the old grill. So you ready to do this, Lucas?
Mm-hmm.
Let's rock and roll. So here again, we've got this beautiful cut of picanha right here from the Wine and Butcher here in Ashburn, Virginia. We've also got the Linguica Toscana, and whenever we cook the Linguica Toscana, after it's done, what you're going to want to do is take a lime and cut it and squeeze it on top of that Linguica Toscana to enhance the flavor of the pork. It's really delicious. It's good without it, but it takes it up the next level whenever you're putting the lime on it there. And the other thing you're going to need, and this is all you're going to need coarse sea salt. That's it. Just you can get it from anywhere. This is from Wegmans. You can get it from Giant or Safeway or wherever you're at. Just the coarse crystal sea salt. That's all you need for seasoning. So let's go ahead and open this up and get it cut up. The other thing you're going to want to make sure you have is a nice sharp knife, because as I've mentioned in the other videos, you're going to want to make even cuts and more so meaningful. One slice kind of through. You don't want to sit there and hack away at it. This isn't one of those cuts of meat that you want to do that to. You don't want to do that to any cuts of meat, you know. Invest in a good knife is what I'm trying to say. So, this is your picanha, and what picanha is for gringos like me is it is the sirloin rump, and I am going to put a photo right here or right here, depending on when I'm editing it, of where the sirloin rump comes from. It's kind of the sirloin area is near the rear end of the cow, and then the rump, which is this kind of fat cap, is what they call this, will be on top of that, and you're not going to want to trim any of this off. You're going to keep it. This is exactly how Dave at the Wine and Butcher gave it to me, and this is how exactly you want it. It's just that simple. This is the most simple cut of meat to cook. You cook it the right way, and it's going to be so delicious. So let's go ahead and get it prepared, and then we're going to put it on the grill as soon as it gets warmed up. Kind of explain this real quick. The way I cut it, this section right here, you see how it comes in at the little tri-tip area? Kind of show it over here. It looks like a triangle, an obtuse triangle here. You know, this portion right here, this triangle, when you cut it, we call this in Brazil the heart of the picanha. And we call it the heart of the picanha because it's the best part. And when you cut that section of the picanha, guess who gets it? This guy with 2 thumbs, because it's the best part. And you just kind of hide it off and you give everybody else the other cuts of meat, which are amazing. But this one, it's for this guy.
No? Remember starting to share it?
Oh, man. All right, so this time I'm going to share it. Cool. So let's get this cut up, and then when I do cut it, I try, it depends. You know, if I'm using the big skewers, I like to cook a little bit thicker. so that I can skewer them properly. Usually going with about 4 fingers and then skewering it and then cooking it on the open fire. But for these purposes of grilling it, what I'm going to do is 2.5 to 3, probably around the 2 finger mark, 1.5 to 2 inches in length. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off the heart of the picanha. And again, nice smooth strokes. You get in and you get out, you know what I'm saying? Like some other things in this life. Alright. And you're going to want to make it not too thick, because as you cook it, look at that marble in there. That is just delicious.
It looks really good.
Yeah. The Whining Butcher, folks, I'm telling you, they are the first to have this cut in the area, and you will not regret going there and getting you some. You're going to want it this thickness, because you're going to want to cook it on the grill for about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 depending on your temperature per side, and that's it. I also tend to, just before I serve it and take it off, I flip it onto the fat cap, so when you grill it, you're going to grill both sides, and then 2.5 minutes, and then I flip it up onto the fat cap portion and then kind of melt down the fat just a tad, because this is good fat. When you cut it in these slices that'll be like this, you're going to want to have that little bite of fat, and it's not like the chewiness, it's not like that at all. It's going to be delicious, folks.
It's going to be really good. I remember your last barbecue, it was really good.
Thanks, buddy.
Here's the picanha. And chicken wings.
And my wife, what she's doing right now is doing vinaigrette. Vinaigrette is a tomato, cilantro, onions, and olive oil, and sometimes if you want to put a little bit of vinegar inside there, some apple cider vinegar inside with a little bit of tang. I'll kind of show you photos of what it looks like. She's over there right now making that up. And when you eat picanha, you're going to want to eat it with this vinaigrette. And we also use farofa, which is a manioc flour. And maybe later on, I'll do another video how we make this farofa, because it just goes so well with the meat. And that's it, folks. We just cut it up. It's that simple. Now we're going to flavor it. This is the even easier part. You're going to take your coarse ground salt and just sprinkle it over. Every part. It seems like a lot of salt, but this cut of meat takes it. And this is all we use. And you only salt it just before we put it on the grill. So here in about 15 minutes, we're going to put it on the grill.
And 15 plus 15 equals 50.
15 plus 15 is what?
15.
No.
I just hate 50.
It's 30.
Oh.
Silly boy.
So in 30 minutes we'll be eating picanha.
That's
and chicken
right.
wings.
Chicken wings.
That's my favorite food ever.
Yeah, make sure you guys look Dave up, man. Those guys over there, they do meat right. And if you've got a good butcher who can do stuff like this, you are golden. Get in good with those folks, because they know what they're doing, and it makes life easier.
Mm-hmm. Because you can just go there and buy it, and on another burger you can go back and buy it.
That's right.
That's way easier than trying to find it in the store.
That's right. And you're not going to find this in any normal store. This is a cut of meat that they just don't have here in the United States. So if you know somebody, ask them for picanha. Sirloin rump is what they call it here.
I love that.
In the heart.
That's my...
Boom, 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 boom.
That one will have the most salt because it's the biggest.
That's right. I don't crush it with tons of salt. I mean, I put enough salt on there that's sufficient, because this is all you're putting on there. And just before you serve it, because it's all gonna melt off there for the most part on top of the grill, and just before you serve it, you spank it and then get off the rest of the salt. So the salt's not gonna be on there when you eat it, but it will be imparted on there whenever you serve it. So you're not gonna have all the salt on there generally. So thank you guys for watching the preparation of the picanha. We've also got the linguica toscana. And as I stated earlier, we've got these beautiful chicken wings and a nice vacuum sealed pack that the whining butcher gave us. So we're gonna get to it and we'll see you on the grill. Say bye.
Bye.
Man, that talk is getting old. You better mind your business, man. Watch your mouth before I have to knock that loud mouth out. I'm tired of talking, man. Y'all ain't listening. Them old dirt roads is what y'all miss. I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back, swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window, and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights has got me reminiscing on the good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right. I'm hitting easy street on mud tires. I sit back and think about them good old days, the way we were raising our southern ways. And we like cornbread and biscuits, and if it's broke around here, we fix it. I can take y'all where you need to go, down to my hood, back in them woods. We do it different round here, that's right, but we sure do it good, and we do it all night. So if you really want to know how it feels to get off the road, trucks and four wheels, jump on in, and man, tell your friends, we'll raise some hell with a blacktop in. I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back, swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window, and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right. I'm hitting easy street on mud tires, that's right. Chilling on a dirt road, laid back, swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window, and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights, it's got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right. I'm hitting easy street on mud tires.
I got my shades on, top back, rolling with the music jack, one on the wheel, one around you, baby.
All right, so the linguica toscana is ready. Let's give it a go. Very spicy. Dave is still trying to perfect the recipe for linguica toscana, so we're kind of helping him out with the flavor. This is more spicy, more of a calabresa than it is a toscana, but it's almost there. But nonetheless, it's fantastic, y'all. Go check them out.
Little sun left to burn in the blue sky, shining off the cross hanging from the mirror of my ride. The breeze blowing in, your hair blowing round. You're scanning through the stations looking for that country sound. The good stuff iced up in the back seat. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. I got my shades on, top back, rolling with the music jack. One on the wheel, one around you, baby. Sunset, I bet there's a chance we could get sure enough tangled up, laid back and lazy. Pour it on easy now, don't spill a bit. Nothing but time tonight, let's get to killing it. country on up ahead. Girl, you so fine, I wouldn't mind if this is all we did. You got me high on kisses, you got me missing signs. Hard looking left when my world is on my right. I got my shades on, top back, rolling with the music jack. One on the wheel, one around you, baby. Sunset, I bet there's a chance we could get short enough, tangled up, laid back and lazy. Pour it on easy now, don't spill a bit. Nothing but time tonight, let's get to killing it. Long as I'm rocking with you, girl, you know I'm cool with just chilling it. Nothing like a little you and me, low key. Right now I'm right where I wanna be. I got my shades on, top back, rolling with the music jack. One on the wheel, one around you, baby. Sunset, I bet there's a chance we could get short enough, tangled up, laid back and lazy. Pour it on easy now, don't spill a bit. Nothing but time tonight, let's get to killing it. Long as I'm rocking with you, girl, you know I'm cool with just chilling it. Yeah, I love rocking with you and girl, we're just chilling it.
My old man's that old man. Spent his life.
Alright, so we're going to do a quick taste of the picanha. And this is the heart of the picanha, the corazón. Look how juicy it is, look. Oh. A little bit of fat here, it's exactly what you want after you render it out on the grill. Wow, so tender. Guys. And it just melts in your mouth like that. So thank you guys for joining us tonight for the picanha, linguica, and the chicken wings. Everybody loved it. A big thank you to Whining Butcher for all your help in this. I can't wait to try some more stuff, and hope you all have an amazing night, and an amazing Labor Day, and take care.